We're honored to be joined by Meghan Tavormina, who is president of the New Jersey Association for the Education of Young Children. Meghan, good to have you with us.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Meghan, part of our conversation, ongoing conversation, reimagine childcare. There's so many aspects of this, but the one I want to get to that you've been telling our producers about, childcare workers are incredibly underpaid, right? Which creates this massive staffing crisis. Talk about it.
Absolutely. So we have seen so much highlight around childcare in the wake of the COVID pandemic. But the reality of it is that the workforce issues have started well before COVID came along. And now as the pandemic has come in, it has exacerbated these issues. And so there is a compounding thing that is happening where we don't have anybody interested in joining the industry because the pay is so terrible. And the qualified people that we do have are leaving the industry for better paying jobs in the public school if they're qualified. And then we have this whole new sector that has come out with warehouses such like Costco and Amazon offering $18 an hour with great benefit packages that we are pooling for the same employees, which just shouldn't be, because we are looking to develop a high quality early learning system here in New Jersey. And unless we fix this problem, we will never achieve that.
So here's the thing I keep wondering about. In the American Rescue Plan, right? If there's $700 million dedicated to childcare, how much of that is going to pay childcare professionals and workers more?
We still don't have the answer to that, but we're hoping that this is an opportunity, that right now there's a moment in time where we can change the dialogue for the early learning industry, not just here in New Jersey, but really across the country. And the best way to do that is to invest in our teachers. If we invest in our teachers, in our early learning teachers, they will invest in New Jersey's children. And that has to be the core of how we step forward with this funding. It is an industry-changing opportunity that we are looking at. And it is so important that we address the workforce compensation with this funding that is coming through. And that is our hopes, that this will be at the top of the priority list as the funds are allocated.
So let me try this one. The term reimagine childcare means different things to different people. What does it mean to you?
To me, it really means rethinking the way that we prioritize childcare in the industry. And so that means recognizing that it is a pivotal part of our economic recovery. But at the same time, it is an even more important piece of a child's long-term development and their school success. So we have to be able to reimagine how the importance that it has in the economic sphere, as well as the importance that it has in our children's education. We have to do those two things alongside one another, not in separate directions.
And in the time we have left, help folks understand why affordable, quality, accessible childcare is not simply an issue for the family members and professionals in the field, but for all of us.
You know, the one thing that's so important for people in the field that we want everyone else to understand is that these are issues for us that were well before COVID-19. But the one thing that COVID-19 highlighted was the direct connection between childcare and the economic recovery. And so that really says it all right there.
And real quick, your direct connection to Reimagine Childcare, the initiative, please share with everyone.
So I've been fortunate enough to represent NJEYC as one of the partners alongside ACNJ to represent
the Advocates for Children of New Jersey.
Yes, we
are.
Our
great friend Cecilia Zalkine and her team. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And we were brought on, and I'm so thankful for it, to recognize that the workforce is one of the legs that stands up this industry.
Meghan, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and to you and the team at the New Jersey Association for the Education of Young Children. We thank you for the work you're doing every day, and we look forward to continuing the conversation. By the way, real quick, I've said 3 times before I let you go, but I'm curious about this. How did you get connected to this, and why do you care so much?
I am a passionate advocate for the early learning profession. I've been in it for 20 years. And for 20 years, you constantly feel like a second-rate career. And so it's always been a passion of mine to build up myself and my colleagues to the important essential work that we do. And so that drove me into becoming a part of our professional organization, which is NJAYC, and through advocacy, and have been fortunate enough to serve as president over the past year and a half.
Well said, Meghan. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Think Tank with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by the Turrell Fund, supporting Reimagine Childcare, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, PNC, Grow Up Great, the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, Summit Health, United Airlines, the New Jersey Education Association, NJM Insurance Group, and by Choose New Jersey. Promotional support provided by New Jersey Family Magazine and by bestofnj.com.
I'm Tim Sullivan, CEO of the New Jersey Economic Development Authority. Since joining the NJEDA, I've been struck by the incredible assets and resources that New Jersey has to offer. The NJEDA is working every day to grow New Jersey's economy in a way that maximizes the values of those assets to benefit every single New Jersey resident. This includes more support for small businesses and a focus on reclaiming New Jersey's position as a leader in the innovation economy. Visit njeda.com to learn more about how NJEDA is building a stronger and fairer New Jersey economy.